Well, hello there. I'm Jennifer Borley, and I'm presenting garnishing vegetables today. And I want to thank my friends and family here for putting up with me teaching them this, and to all of you joining us on the internet. We have introduced ourselves already. We have a couple camera shy people, so we're probably not going to do introductions on camera, but we've already done that, and we've also washed our hands already. What we're going to do today is show you how, and have you demonstrate back to me, how to make some cute little vegetable garnishes. And we're going to kind of touch on everything from carrots to strawberries and some cute little radishes here. The holidays are coming, and some of you want to show off your talents in the kitchen, and other people just want their kids to eat vegetables, and sometimes when you make them look really cute, kids will eat them, and adults will as well. So, why don't we get started here? Like I said, the very first thing that's always very important when dealing with food is having clean hands. So we've all washed our hands prior to starting, and we've made sure that our food is clean as well, because we don't want to have any foodborne illnesses erupt from our little experiment here. We've also gathered our tools, and I'm trying to make this so that just about anybody can do this. You can prepare vegetables with things as easy as a knife and a veggie peeler. I also have a corer. You don't have to have this, but it is a nice little tool to have. A crinkle cutter. These are really handy, and these are actually pretty kid-friendly as well. And I do have a V-shaped cutter, but again, you can use your knife. And a fork. I'll show you what we're going to do with that in a little bit. All right. So, who here all likes vegetables? Veggies? Yeah, they're like the best. Now remember, we have camera shy people. We have Tom on the camera back here, but so we are going to start with easy first, and I've already prepared some carrot slices for you. 2 little carrot coins, as I like to call them, and we're going to start by using our paring knife. So very carefully, of course, with your knife. I'm going to show you what to do, and then I'm going to have you show me how to do that. Take the carrot safely on the board and cut just a little tiny, tiny sliver of make a little tiny Pac-Man from center to edge, just a little pie slice out. And we're going to do that on both the slices. Now the nice thing about working with food is that when you mess up, or because it's always fun, it's not really you can always eat your mistakes, so that's kind of fun. And we have 2 pieces like this. One for everybody. You're going to just simply put them together, and you can play with them as well. And look at, you have a nice little pinwheel thing. Isn't that fun? And how easy is that? You can do this with other shaped vegetables as well. You can make these into squares and have different geometrical shapes and designs. I like to do, you can place these on a plate or a platter just like that, or you can stick one of your toothpicks in them and make a little flower. How cool is that, right? All right, so we have our little toothpick flower. Can you just see that? A whole little, army of toothpicks. It'd be fun. Okay. Everybody have theirs made. Everybody did really well. Nice work. Don't worry, Caitlin. If you mess up, like I said, you get to eat your mistakes, and you can always and then eat it. Absolutely. That's the fun with working with food. All right. So you kind of got the grasp of that. You can do this with zucchini, yellow squash, other things that you can cut into coins and then put together, and it kind of makes a colorful little presentation. Kids love these too, although I would recommend not using the sharp, pointy toothpicks with kids, because they become weapons and things that can become embedded in mouths, and that's not fun. Let's try to keep us out of the emergency room when we're doing this. All right, another cute little idea is our radish rows, and these can be quite impressive. You see these on different centerpieces and things like that, and they're fairly simple to do as well. First of all is picking your radish, and you each have one. What you want to do is make sure that you have a platform. So your radish may or may not be pretty, I'm not sure, but just make sure the edges, or the top and the bottom, are kind of flat. So go ahead and cut if you need to make them flat. Very good. And you can have tall radish roses or you can have short ones. It's really quite an array. And there's always munching that goes on in this. It's kind of fun. Now, some people like to work with these in their hands, but we're all about safety today. So we're going to work with it on flat cutting surface. You're going to take your knife again, have your radish sitting, and steady your radish with your non-dominant hand. You're going to cut a little bit on all four sides of the radish, but you don't want to go all the way through. You kind of want to angle at about a 45 degree and then make a short saw-like cut downward. So it's going to be kind of like that, about a half to 2/3 of the way down the side. Here you go. And you're going to want to try, if you can, and I'll come around and kind of show you too, when you're cutting, to try to angle back towards the bottom, towards the outer edge. So as you're going down, I'm going to slide you here a little bit if you don't mind. Sorry. When you're cutting, kind of cutting down like that and then angling it back a little bit. Like that. Perfect. Nice. Very nice. And you know, you can, the cool thing with the radish roses is that you can overlap your cuts, and it actually adds a little more design to my radish is missing. Someone stole my radish. I don't know who would have done that. Oh wait, no one stole my radish. It's right here. I have a roaming radish. I know. Here we go. So, oh, we have someone being extra fancy over here. All right. You can kind of go crazy with these. You can add extra cuts. The main thing that you're going to want to remember is that if you cut all the way through, you still haven't wasted your radish. You can always just make another cut. It just won't be as red. After you're done making your cuts, very, very nice. Very pretty. Right. Then you put it in the ice water and you just let it kind of bebop in there for a while. Goes for an icy swim. They recommend you can actually make these the night before if you have a get-together going on, and let them soak in the ice water overnight in the fridge. And then in the morning they should open up beautifully. You can see by the finished one right here, which I've stuck on a toothpick, that it has kind of separated a little bit, but I just did these about an hour ago, so it's not as open as it might be. Very good. That was pretty easy, huh? Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. All right, on to the cucumbers. You all have a cucumber in front of you, or a cucumber piece in front of you. And this is where I'm going to show you how to use the corer and the fork, actually. First, we're going to take your fork, and we're going to score the sides of the cucumber. The way that you do that is you hold the cucumber firmly in your non-dominant hand, and with the fork, you hold the fork close to the edge for control, and you just go down the sides of the cucumber. What this will do is actually it's a little easier to bite into a cucumber that has some scoring in it. Just go all around. It doesn't have to be in any certain spacing or anything like that. Now right now that doesn't look all that pretty, but it will in a little while. Another way to do this is with a scorer zester sort of tool, but I know not everybody has one of these. You can see on this cucumber I've used the scoring tool, and then you can just make bigger scores using the tool with that. But since not everybody has one, a fork works just as well. And that's a little trick my mom taught me. Alright, I'm going to pass this around after I use it, but we're going to seed the cucumber pretty much right down the middle of the cucumber, just a little bit, and then you can shoot out the seeds. I do have a bowl over there for your scraps. So you can go ahead and use that. It's pretty simple, but do be careful because the bottom is a little sharp. Now some cucumbers don't have seeds, then obviously you wouldn't have to, worry about them. However, you wouldn't be able to do what we're going to do later if you don't have a hole down the middle of your cucumber. Nice. Kids like this too because then they can shoot the cucumber seeds at people. All right. Very good. Nice work. Now I'm going to hand you your carrot. And we are going to do is stick the carrot inside what we just did. Look at it. So you got like a stump. Good job. All right. Awesome. Now we're going to take the crinkle cutter, which you have one right between the two of you, and kind of sharing those, and we're going to make little pinwheel sort of things with them. I like to cut off the edge first. Now you might notice that if your cucumber is a little bit bigger, you have to slide that a little bit more through, but you just simply rock the crinkle cutter, watching that you don't hit your fingers, and cut about 1/4 inch size pinwheels out. And it is a little tough to get through it at first. You can do the rocking, or you can do it straight up and down. I find that the rocking works a little better because then I have a little more control. Good job, Caitlin. And you can make these really thin, or you can make them thick, depending on how you like them. Awesome. Good job. Nice work. And just be careful not to cut your fingers off. Nice work. Now you might end up with some scraps and some extras, and that's okay. Again, you're going to end up with some of those when you're working with food, and you don't need to throw them away. You can eat them yourself or feed them to your pet who's anxiously awaiting beside you. But this is what you're going to end up having, these little pinwheels. And you can place the pinwheels on a tray, or you can do what Mom has done here and stuck it on a toothpick. And you can see from here that we've kind of put that inside of there. Nice work. Nice job. All right. Or, oh, watch. We have some more creativity going on here. I like to see that. The sky's the limit. And this is, again, where kids have a really good time. You can see where you could probably even create a car or glasses. Why not? It's good to have fun. And so I encourage people to also work with their kids doing things like this, because when you get the kids involved in vegetable preparation, they're more likely to eat their veggies, and they're more likely to spend time with you, and that's always important as well. Okay. All right, let's move on. You can also do science experiments. I mean, look, you can do your molecular
DNA.
Exactly. Fantastic. Exciting stuff. All right, well, you guys are so tidy over there. That's great. I like to see that. My mom always taught me, clean up as you go. All right.